It's for the Super Nintendo, right? Yep.
Yeah. Oh, apparently
Oh,
he's not the
man.
world record holder anymore, but I don't know why he played that game. He played it as a meme, and he just decided to speedrun it as well.
All right, looks like the 2 players have started. Is this official right now?
Yeah, this is official right now.
All right, we're going in.
Yeah, so you can see the mouse pointer here on Grondius' side. He's one of the players that I told you that. Oh, and there we can see a little bit of a misstep right there. What I was talking about, like, you can get so many more things with the mouse. However, that's at the expense of potentially having like that human factor in the aiming, you know?
Right. Yeah, I can definitely see that being a slight problem. It's a trade-off. It's a double-edged sword. It seems like you'll be, while you're a little bit more accurate, and maybe there's some movements that you exclusively couldn't do on like a controller. Yeah, you do sacrifice like a tad bit of accuracy in that sense.
Yeah, actually what's gonna be very interesting, and you might be able to notice it later on, he's got like visual cues on the screen, and sometimes he's gonna try to preemptively put the cursor in those like visual cues.
Right, yeah. Yeah, I can definitely see it, and it gives you a little prediction of where he's going to be like aiming at.
Yeah.
The cursor definitely is going to be like helpful visually. Ooh, I think the stream might have froze on my end.
Oh, really?
Possibly, yes.
I'll fix that real quick.
I'm looking at Twitch right now, but let me see.
And should be good, probably, I think, if you refresh maybe Discord.
It's looking good.
All right, great.
Quick, like little, I'm sure it's just like a little bit of rate drop. That's all good.
All right.
Like, it looks like Grondius is already a few seconds ahead. But Boulder is definitely keeping up as best as he can. He's still making good time, 100%. Skipping a lot of these enemies. He's not even going for the kills. Nice.
Yeah, for sure. And like we speak like earlier today, like even though like Grondius, for example, has got the #1 seed, like there are certain levels, like if you die in the Metroid level, you lose like a minute and 10 seconds, a minute and 20 seconds or so. So yeah. You can have like an 18-minute time on your PvE, but losing a minute, like that's not good for anybody.
Exactly. 100%, yeah. I noticed in this level, I mean, it's super important to be using Zafara's feather. Zafara's feather is the essentially the lightning feather for anybody in the chat that doesn't know. One of the cool things is that Kusako doesn't take stun damage when you're using Zafara's feather, so you can go through projectiles that normally would stun Kusako and kind of like ruin your. It can honestly ruin your time if you're not careful. But Zafara's feather will stop that, so I think that's really good that players are utilizing that. Oh, he actually didn't use the Magira's feather there. He's actually using the egg shots. Now that's quite different than what we saw from the last 2 players.
Yeah, for sure. Going kind of that's like more intended type of way.
Oh man, and I can. Woo, that's risky. He only has 1 HP, and he has to get all of those the egg shots. Wow, he landed them perfectly.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I don't know if that was planned or not, but it almost looked like it because all of them landed like first shot.
Yeah, dude, this guy was incredible in geometry class. He was just this man knows his geometry more than anybody I've ever seen. Oh my goodness. Sunrise Shores. Now notice neither of them are using filters here for just like kind of better vision, so it's interesting though.
Yeah,
I wonder how many other players will be using the filters.
I'm sure we're gonna see quite a lot, like I guess at least half. I also think it's a matter of preference. The reason in my case, even though like I know they would provide a little bit of an advantage, especially like visually, to better be able to tell where things are and whatnot, like in my mind it's also like I don't like so much how it looks. So I kind of want it to look cooler. at the expense of not being able to
look cool.
Yeah.
You go for the style points. All right,
Yeah.
I get you. This is the title. I get you. You want the style because it has to look good. You're like, I'm not speedrunning this game. I don't care how efficient it is. I want it to look good.
Yeah, pretty much. That's my reasoning behind not using them.
I understand, 100%. All right, he takes it through. Cool. Wow, he's already one level ahead.
Yeah, pretty much the whole Everbasam ahead right now. But like you said, like, oh, he's gonna be using some mana strats. Here, the freezing strats. Nice. To keep him in one place.
Ikora's feather, dude, it can just melt boss fights. 90% of the boss fights here can be frozen. I believe Grimace, you can't actually freeze, but I know like a Bravazam, even if you were to take any of the other routes, like Venoblossom, you can definitely freeze all of them. Not that you'll see Venoblossom in this specific run. But...
Yeah, Giant Venoblossom.
I'd be so curious to see like how speedrunners would deal with Venoblossom too. That's why I'm really excited to see different speedrun categories of this game.
Yeah, for sure. I guess we'll find out later on through the month. All right. Grondius doing that level perfectly.
Woo! Grondius is taking the lead here. This man is speeding through these levels like no one's been. Now, interesting, he didn't use Magira's feather there. I wonder what the strat was, why he didn't. Boulder, he actually just... Oh, and I feel like he took a longer route going across the traps there.
Yeah.
From the bottom.
Yeah, that was definitely a little bit of a longer route for sure.
Ooh. Oh no, he got hit there. Now he only has 1 HP. He cannot get hit here. He makes one wrong jump. All right, he gets it. Nice, Boulder. Okay. I'm watching Grondius. He's going to get through that quickly. Oh, my goodness. And this is impressive because we're only at like 6 minutes right now, and they're already halfway through this route.
Yeah, I want to say like the average time per level, it's about a minute, kind of. Like there are some shorter ones that take like, I don't know, like 35 seconds or so. But there are some longer ones that take like a little bit over a minute. So that's why I think the average it's about a minute.
Woo. Okay, he's jumping through. I'm watching a thrust jump right here. Just jump straight through. Ooh, I don't know if he needed that extra boost jump right there. Maybe he did to get onto the ledge. Does he actually kill an enemy here? All right, he gets the second jump. Awesome, he gets it. He jumps up the cliff. Frozen Fisher. This is the level we talked about. And he got through it pretty smoothly, though. Let's see how Boulder gets through it.
Yeah, like Boulder is like right on like the ankles of Grondius right now.
Yeah, he's making good. He's catching up very quickly. He was like an entire level behind, and he's already catching up. He's like maybe only like slightly a level behind. Oh, nice. That was interesting. Boulder used. Now this was something I noticed even when testing. At a certain angle, you can actually send Kusako through like the edges. It's like the edge corners of most of the platforms in the game. Yeah, and it allows you to kind of kill enemies without actually having to like jump up to the enemies and attacking them. You can kind of like squeeze your way through like the corner of one of the blocks, and it's super helpful. Yeah,
they're like a little bit like kind of counterintuitive angles, but they can definitely help you a lot when you figure them out, because you don't have to like maybe jump an extra platform or things like that.
Exactly. Even jumping that extra platform, what's that? Only that could be an entire second.
Yeah.
And every second counts. Every second counts here, guys.
It does. Definitely does. When everybody's going this fast. Like, yeah. Every minor corner or anything like helps.
100%. Exactly. That one sneeze, I'm telling you. Everybody clear your allergies. Take your Zyrtec and your Benadryl.
Practice your holding a sneeze strats.
Yeah, just like one of those, yeah. Oh, he took such a risky route there, Boulder. And these enemies, the prickle attack enemies, these enemies are the death of me. Even when I'm not speedrunning and I'm just trying to test something, and they'll just get in the way. But he's swimming through this pretty quickly.
Yeah,
I'm
for
curious,
sure.
actually, what's your opinion on like the water levels in this game? You know, water levels have always been so infamous in pretty much any platformer from Donkey Kong to Mario. People are not big fans of water levels. What do you think of the water levels here in this game?
Yeah, I actually like it, especially because of the mechanic that you can just get those little boosts to swim.
Yes.
So
the dashes really make it, yeah.
Yeah, I really think that helps these water levels a lot because, at least again in terms of speed running, it makes them like way more interesting on getting your swim like as optimized as possible with as much boost as possible. So I like them. I enjoy them.
Yeah, I was actually explaining this to Pixel Nix that like I think it's really water levels were done so well in this game. The fact that you have an offensive option most of the time when you're playing, like for example, you're playing Donkey Kong Country, you can't really just fight while you're underwater unless you have like the swordfish, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Otherwise you're gonna pretty much be just just swimming around dodging everything. And what's one of the interesting things about Eagle Island is that you get an offensive option and you get a dash, and that makes for speed running, that makes for just casual runs. It's overall encouraging for players to actually enjoy a water level because most people don't like water levels.
Yeah, I agree. Honestly, in just also in my case, like I don't mind them as much in like 2D games, but I just dislike them so much in 3D games.
Oh, 3D
Yeah.
games are they're the actual bane of our existence.
Yeah, I don't like water levels in Mario 64, in Donkey Kong 64, the infamous water temple in Ocarina of Time.
Oh god, water temples
Yeah.
are never fun.
So I guess for me it's 3D ones that I hate.
Yeah, 2D ones, I guess it's not as bad.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So
So
they're
Iguana is finished up.
Yeah, and actually Grondius kind of like took over that one whole level again. Like he's already in Terror Tom while Boulder is on flying solo right now.
Right, yep. And he did the backpack strat there, got the crystal without even touching Terror Tomb. Wow, that still blows my mind. Oh, he's gonna miss a little bit of time. He missed there. He got hit.
Yeah.
Boulder.
The flying levels here are also kind of similar to the underwater levels in this game.
Yes.
Because you just
yes.
want to just use that dash as much as possible.
Yes, and I notice Boulder's been taking advantage of a lot of the dashes here. If I swear, if he were to just dash a little bit more during this level, he would clear it a little bit faster. I noticed Grondius, he took a lot of advantage of just dropping naturally and then dashing forward. It was kind of just very vertical. He didn't really do a lot of diagonal dashes.
Yeah.
And it just helps you get through these levels really quick. Oh, there you go. Ah, he ran into one of these. Oh, wow, he went for the, ooh, damage boost. Ah, he is taking some extra damage here. I just hope it goes well for him here.
Yeah, most of the damage boosts in this level, they're not intentional.
Yeah. Oh, he's not going to be able to do the Zafar Feather boost here for the crystal puzzle. But he's still going to get through it pretty quickly. Nice. Oh, the water temple is a nightmare. I agree, Jagger Games. Water temples are never fun. All right, he's already on the magma.
Yeah. The magma is kind of a level that it just like pays off for like super sharp movement. It's really not that hard. I mean, it looks scarier than it actually is when you know what you're doing.
It's visually intimidating, but yeah, even someone who doesn't speedrun the game, it just that tested it. Yeah, you can blow through this level pretty quickly.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, you just have to be accurate. You know what I mean? Just time your platforming. A lot of the bugs, don't aggro them. Basically, you don't need to attack unless it's necessary.
Yeah, most of the time when you're like very good with your movement like that, like you can just like get past them just by jumping and doing good movement.
Exactly, because they only aggro you if you attack. Nice, he gets through it. Yeah, it looks like his entire level behind, but he's still making good time. Boulder, don't give up, my friend.
Yeah, and again, like Grondius right now, it's on the harder level of the of the run.
Yeah,
So,
now we'll see if he catches up. Now, like we mentioned before, you make one mistake on this level and it's kind of over. Oh man, and the RNG of those enemies on Boulder's side, how they can jump through the wall. If you're not positioning yourself correctly, I know they will not jump through the wall, and it can actually take up more time. Oh no, and he takes a death.
yeah, very unfortunate death right there for Boulder.
Oh man.
Now he's gonna kind of be wishing right now that Grondius makes a big mistake right now.
Yes, that's kind of his only hope right now, unless Grondius is perfect here.
I'm also usually very curious whether runners watch the restream replay, like to kind of know how to adjust their strats or not.
Oh, 100%. I would assume they have to. I mean, that's I would even say if anybody's familiar with just watching like pro players, like in the fighting game community, a lot of times pro players are rewatching their matches to see, okay, what did I do wrong? Even if they're winning, there's always room for improvement. You know?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Or kind of like you said, like in fighting games, kind of like detect maybe bad behaviors of your opponent. Like, oh,
Yes.
he always jumps when I do this, so
Yeah,
I gotta be aware of that.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yep, learning your opponent is super important over even just understanding character matchup. Sometimes just learning what your opponent does personally is it's enough to win a match.
Yeah, so over here it might be like, oh, I'm like this far ahead, so I might just play safer right now. Like, I don't need to go crazy. Or,
Exactly.
oh, I'm a little bit far behind. I gotta go and pull all the like crazy strats if I want to catch up.
Exactly. Wow, it's such an interesting strat of just like approaching that wall and having Kusako there, and it just activates the crystal at the end of the level. That's incredible.
Yeah.
I love that. I'm gonna be doing all of this. I certainly hope Pixel Nix is watching this. Pixel Nix, if you are watching this, he's just looking at the game. He's just like, hi, I didn't intend any of this.
Yeah. Again, like it would be interesting just to hear his commentary watching one of these runs.
Oh yes, I'd love to hear what he's thinking right now. He's just like, what is this? I didn't tell this.
Leave my game alone.
Leave my game alone.
Oh, he's here actually.
Oh, there he is. It's funny, Nick, I was just about to send you a DM, dude. I wasn't sure. I was like, you know what? I don't know if I sent him a DM, just letting him know, just in case he doesn't know the time.
He's been
Your kids are
very,
playing
very
Legos.
aware of the whole thing. Yeah, he's
can't hear
been
the
like,
commentary.
honestly, like also super helpful at like patching some stuff that we found that was kind of broken and things like that. Like he's been like super, super helpful with the speedrunning community, which is really, really appreciated.
Yes, and a lot of developers, you know, they don't even really, not that they don't recognize the speedrun community, but they're not really going to comment on a lot of it. A lot, like you mentioned before, a lot of developers don't even like to see their game being like exploited with any kind of like speedrun or anything.
Yeah.
But one, I mean, Pixel Nix, man, he's been incredibly awesome to work with. My very first time testing here at Screenwave Media was with, and I worked with Pixel Nix pretty much every day. It was awesome. It was awesome. It's still awesome working with them. So definitely shout outs to Pixel Nix in the chat, guys. If you don't see him, he is a developer of this game. I mean, as you can, we don't even have to talk about how incredible it is. You can see it just from looking at the chat, looking at the game here.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know if you saw this strat for Geminis the first time around.
Using Zafara's feather.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, it kind of reminds me of like that Mega Man 2 strat. I mean, you don't use like the pause.
Oh, that's
or, was it Mega Man
right.
1? You know how you have to like pause like do, and it like it's either, yeah, it looks that way because it almost lags the game a bit, but it would be really cool if pausing the game over and over caused that to happen.
Yeah, that would be
nice.
actually interesting.
Nice, he's saving a little GIF file for himself. All right, I see you. Flexing on him a little bit, Grondius. You gotta flex a little bit. I see you. He's like, you know what? I gotta put on this GIF file real quick. I'm gonna send it to my Twitter account. Like, hey guys, you see this? See what I did?
Would be cool to use the tweet GIF right now on live.
Exactly. Oh, Boulder got a death here on the egg run or the egg tunnel run, but GG's regardless, guys. This was an incredible run from both you.
Yeah, for
No matter
sure.
what the record time is, you could still get a PB. Do you happen to know what Boulder's PB is?
Yeah, give me just a moment and I'll tell it to you.
You might be able to. I mean, if it's regardless, even if you don't win your match, you can still get a PB for yourself, and that's like I think that's worthy enough.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. So Boulder's PB, it's 23 minutes and 10 seconds.
Oh,
so he might be on pace. Yeah, he can definitely might be on pace. Oh, he just gotta be careful here. If he dies again, that might be it for a PB attempt.
Oh, he's gotta be careful.
Yeah, the one that I find the more scary are those thunders.
The thunder, because it covers an entire vertical part of the stage. Like there's no jumping over it. There's no jumping around it.
Yeah,
you have to be away from it completely, or you're going to get hit.
Yeah, and I always felt like that little like mini beam that goes before the thunder. I swear I can just feel it, like it's just following me. It's like
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it feels like it's homing.
Yeah,
like, oh, please.
I know it's not, but I just felt it that way. Like, get away from me.
Exactly. Oh, he's still making good time. I think you said 20 minutes. 23 or
no
23?
23 minutes and
23 minutes.
10 seconds.
Oh yeah. He can definitely do this. He can definitely PB this.
Also, what Grondius was doing with the GIF, yeah, it kind of saw like flexing. But the reason why he does that is because you can see like frame by frame on the GIF, so he can tell exactly what his final time was from the GIF.
Oh, that's incredible.
Yeah.
Okay, and I see here I am thinking he was just flexing. But you know what?
It looks like a cool flex as well. Like, yeah, cool I just won on the tournament. Let me get this GIF.
He's like, yeah, dude, come on, that's pretty swag. That's like hitting the taunt button on Smash Brothers, you know? I don't know. All right, he has to get through Monster Meter Marathon. But yeah, that's incredible, man. Grondius is he's definitely a talented speedrunner. I mean, both these guys are talented speedrunners. I'm just seeing how quickly they're moving. You know what I'm very curious about? There's certain levels that I really like, as I was saying, in the 100% speedrun category, when it eventually takes off. I'm curious to even see people like get through the the Now You See Me level. It's like where you turn invisible and everything. How are players even gonna like finesse their way through that? I cannot wait. I really hope we do another speedrun event with 100% runs or something.
Yeah,
it'd be really cool to just see.
I guess we can, I don't know, probably talk this like behind the scenes later on. But yeah, I had an idea for the world record thingy to kind of do a stream on June the 30th with like the potential top 8 or top 10 runners. Kind of like trying to get that world record last minute live on the stream or something like that.
Oh, that would be really cool. Yeah, I would love to do that. That's something I'll definitely talk to the folks here at Screamate Media, see what they want to do.
I wonder if Grondius knows this stage that he's playing right now.
Oh, Grondius?
The trolley level.
The troll level is incredible. This is one of my favorite levels. The first time I played this blind, I was just like, I don't understand any of this. I was like, what do I do? Everything is a trap. And literally, the level is called Trust Nothing.
You gotta trust nothing. The only thing you have to trust is the title of that level.
Yes, exactly. That's the only thing you do trust. Can we get a trust nothing category here on can we get a trust nothing speedrun category? Just this level, just see how people. Oh, he died. He got killed on the buzzsaw. Come on, Grondius.
That level blind only blind players. Like, nobody is allowed to play that level beforehand.
Exactly. Yeah.
And there we go. GG's for Boulder as well. He missed PB for like about 20 seconds, but it still was a pretty good run.